Good morning. And how you doing? Listen, you like my hat? My mama made it. I hope you have your pen and your paper because class is in session. I wanted to give you some of my meditations for this morning. I want to begin this essay by writing that because this is a national holiday and most companies give their employees the day off, I am resting as I write this. I am, however, not at rest, which can be understood by laboring over the work of Frantz Fanon, who wrote that every colonized subject finds himself in a permanent state of tension. Which brings me to the question of my meditations today. What, to the supplanter, is the 4th of July? For the sake of clarity, the name James has two very distinct meanings in the Hebrew understanding, which is the spirit in which my mother named me. They are supplanter and one who follows. I have, for the entirety of my life, lived in tension under the threat of colonial rule and its forces, but also in the manifestation of the meaning of my name. As my mother has always admonished, I've picked a struggle because a split mind is bound to break. Supplant, a verb, is to supersede and replace, especially by force or by treachery. The obsolete definition is to uproot, which is appropriate as I scribble these thoughts on my paper in the very beginning stages of my own personal garden, Eden. The tension lies in the idea of uprooting and doing so in a treacherous way. I didn't want to be responsible for uprooting anything because our culture crucifies or hangs upstarts, and long life is my birthright. I also did not want to uproot by treachery because I'm a black, BLAQUE man, and I know what it means to be betrayed. So what, to the supplanter, is the 4th of July? It's tyranny. It's subjugation. It's heaven in the sky and hell on earth. Freedom from tyranny is what we're supposed to celebrate today. But Frederick Douglass's question, the inspiration of my work today, was beautifully crafted and acts as a point of critical reflection and action. But before action, we must contend with an idea so rudimentary that it isn't discussed in popular culture enough, which is that the colonizer, on a loan from the fathers of their culture and creators of their myths, left their home to defy the order of things. They left their homes to supplant someone else's and forced us all to celebrate it. My name is James, and the colonizer taught me its meaning. While their tactics are beyond what should be the limitations of mankind, their instruction is most illuminating. Because black people have nowhere to go. Black, BLACK, BLAQUE, with a capital B, have nowhere to go. The first Americans, the true Americans, the only Americans. Because the first people have a right to name themselves. We call them Native Americans. That's out of order. What do they call themselves? They have a right to name themselves. We cannot get away from our colonial fathers and defy their orders or their myths or their way of doing things. So we must become the supplanter on the land that we know all too well. This 4th of July and everyone after it, we must reclaim our land. It's ours by right of reparation, indemnification, and repentance, and sow the seeds of a black heaven. We ought to uproot the trees that bear strange fruit in honor of those who have hung, uproot the bushes and flowers that have been fertilized with the blood of our ancestors, because the fruit is poisonous. Not because our blood is poisonous, but because of the wickedness in which our blood was spilt. Teach the children about truth and freedom. Teach them about the cost and consequences and the terms and conditions of the freedom that we celebrate today. Finally, take a moment today and pledge allegiance not to a banner, but to righteousness, to truth, and a reclamation of what it means to be Black. On heaven, this heaven, our earth. In freedom, James Holliday. And I want to welcome you formally to the Freedom School. God bless you. Goodbye.